It's Friday, July 4th. Happy Independence Day. We have a full slate here. We're going to talk MLB news, Clayton Kershaw 3,000 strikeout club. Got the NHL draft, some news from free agency as well. NBA free agency, what are the Bulls doing? And then we're finishing up with our NFL NFC South Division breakdown. Let's get to it. What's up, everyone? Happy Friday, fun day, Alex. How patriotic are you feeling?
I'm patriotic as fuck. What do you mean?
I don't see a single bit of blue on you. You look like you're double orange.
I am a
I
double
guess Texas, though.
orange. Yeah, Texas is America's state. Has America's team. Orange is just a combination of colors. Maybe you could say that's purple, but hey, that's your
A light
opinion.
purple? Yeah, light purple. You throw some white in there? Yeah. Yeah.
How
I
are
guess I'm
you
wearing an
feeling?
English team hat. I'm good. Happy to have the day off. Yeah, I think that's really the best part about 4th of July, just having the day off, chilling. It's a very low stress holiday. Um,
Yeah,
compared to like I guess some of the other ones. I mean, like not Memorial Day or anything, but yeah, compared to like Christmas or Thanksgiving, just chill, get a nice weekend. Got some
yeah.
days off on Monday, Tuesday, so got a decent weekend.
Monday, Tuesday. Damn.
Yeah, dude, gotta save that PTO, rolled it over.
Hey, I'm taking Thursday off, so I got you.
Scumbag, scumbag.
It's really just so I
Um,
didn't have to do this meeting that I was supposed to run every Thursday.
and you forgot to cancel it.
That was the decision I made. It was between Monday and Thursday. I was like, well, I have to run this meeting on Thursday, so do I have to do that then?
Yeah, they told me to go into office on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I took Monday, Tuesday off. I'm probably not gonna go Wednesday. Why would I do that? It'd be crazy. One
Yeah.
day they don't want me there,
Yeah,
so. That was
that's
also
fair.
this is like the second time I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off in 3 weeks. So
Hey,
they
that's
know.
awesome.
They know what I'm about. Um okay, well we can get into it. I mentioned MLB news, Clayton Kershaw, the GOAT against your boy.
Uh, uh,
Your boys, I should say.
the goat.
The one and
He's a
only.
Hall of Famer.
The one and only GOAT? Yeah, what do you mean?
He's your goat. He's your personal goat. We'll say
He is my
that.
personal GOAT. Dude, Clayton Kershaw, 3,000 strikeout club. I think 20 something pitcher only ever to do it. 28th
I
or
think
something like
20,
that.
might have been
Oh,
20th.
20th. Yeah, 20th. Yeah, you're right. It's 20th.
Yeah, it's we're in that era where everyone gets hurt all the time, so who knows if anyone will get there again.
Yeah, because I mean, the Sox broadcast was harping on it. They were like, "Yeah, this is the last time you're seeing this for sure." And then Chris Sale's like 400 strikeouts away, so it's not that crazy. But Chris Sale does get hurt almost every year, so I don't know. Like Chris Sale is definitely the next guy to do it, if anyone. It
Yeah, I
depends. I
mean,
mean,
Paul
Chris Sale
Skeens
is
can
sneaky.
obviously get there if he just has a long career because he started so well, but
Yeah,
it's like you never know.
yeah, he's definitely not the last to do it. I mean, it'd probably be the last. Like I said, either if Sale doesn't do it, then I think Skeens would do it if he stays healthy. Like, makes sense.
For sure.
And Sox won though, so that's good.
I did they? I thought they lost.
Did they end up losing? Did they lose in ninth? I thought they
I
won.
think so. No, I think they lost.
Really?
Yeah, they lost 5-4, my
Oh
guy.
wow. They lost, they lost walked off. I didn't even know that. I literally looked at the
Yeah,
game, so I was top of the ninth, like, oh, they're gonna win, dude. So we're not gonna watch the bottom of the ninth. That's actually hilarious.
yeah, it
Uh
was
that's tough,
4-2
dude.
going into the to the ninth. They lost 5-4, so clap it up
Double
for
hurt. I was
them.
gonna say I was gonna say even when you win, you lose, that's how I was gonna start it. So that would have made no sense. Yeah, I mean, great for Kershaw. Like I said, one of the best left-handed pitchers ever to do it. I think the third only left-hander to get 3,000 strikeouts, or maybe fourth. Still awesome. Especially being hurt all the time seems like it was something that was easy and then almost out of reach. Like I thought he was gonna retire, but he gets it, which is cool. Um, very sad way to get. I don't know. It was a good way to get it, but like he needed three strikeouts only, and it took him 6 innings.
He's
So a little
getting,
depressing. It was like depressing
he's
seeing
getting
that.
hit a little bit too. Yeah, he's having a
Yeah, he was
good
getting
year too. I'm
smoked.
surprised those Sox are doing stuff against him, to be honest.
I
But
think there's like we're not striking out today, and that was probably like the best way to go into the game. Was the way we're not going to strike out today. Let's just hit him, and they did. Like Benintendi was like, oh, he's seen him well. Like Andrew Benintendi doesn't see anyone well, and he's seen Clayton Kershaw well. That's impressive.
Yeah, Bennington, he has like every once in a while he has like those games. You're like, that's why they paid him.
Yeah, highest contract in Sox history right there.
Uh-huh. Which is funny because well, we could talk about NBA in a little bit, but SGA is almost getting as much per year that he got in his total contract.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the
NBA is
highest that
crazy
the
too,
Sox
which
has
we'll get
ever
to.
been. Yeah.
NBA is disgusting how much money there is. Like, I mean, good for them. I'm not gonna be upset. Like, good for you. And if you're a good player, you get the money. But like, the 12th man on that team is getting 6 mil a year, and then like the best hockey player is begging for like 8. Not the best, but like a top 6 line guy is begging for 8 million, and like this guy that's never gonna play again is getting 12.
Well, yeah, I remember it was crazy. Like when Kane and Tays are getting 10, it was like no one's getting 10 million. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy, you know. But yeah, now NBA 70 plus is so crazy.
It's
That's
crazy.
so much money, man. That's
It's
anyway.
crazy. But yeah. Yeah, other MLB news because we'll get through this quickly. All Stars were announced. PCA and Kyle Tucker both starting for the National League. I think a couple other Cubs will probably come in. Any Sox coming? I think there's one, right? I don't know.
I don't think so yet. I think they'll be
Well, not
adding.
yet, but I think there's gonna be someone's gonna come, right? I think one of the pitchers.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I mean, Shane
You
Smith
don't know
was
anything?
supposed to be, but he's been ass lately. So you could say Adrian Houser's having a great year, but he's not getting put to the All-Star team. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. No, not a chance.
um, the only one I think that probably would be added would be Miguel Vargas, maybe. He, but that's not a pitcher. So,
No. All Star game. I don't know. It's cool like when your players are there, when your players aren't there, like guys, who gives a shit? No one cares about the All Star game.
but every team has to have one.
Is that yes, that's I thought. So I don't know who's gonna be for the Sox. But then they
That's
sometimes
what
they
I'm
don't
saying.
play, so I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
probably
probably
what's
Miguel
gonna be
Vargas.
surprise. Right, he'll be there.
He'll be yeah, you'll see him like during the home run derby, they'll pan to him talking to a guy, like, oh there he is, dude.
Yeah, in full
Hell yeah.
uniform too. It's like so
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, why, dude? Just sweating balls, dude, in full
Yeah,
uni.
yeah.
Uh
Well, hey, the Sox, they're bad, but I think they had as many wins as they did it as at like August 10th already from last year. So, hey, that's a month improvement.
I mean they should have beat the Dodgers yesterday, really. I mean they it's not like I feel like when they played last year, every game was just crazy out of reach. They're getting crushed. Now it's like, oh, they'll win. They'll score 5 runs. You're like, okay, cool. Like you said, they're fun to watch almost, which is
Yeah,
what you want. Obviously, and it seems like the rookies are coming up and playing well. I don't know. Like you have some rookies that can ball, which is good.
yeah, and the prospects are actually doing well in the minors again, which they, at the beginning of the year was a little iffy for some of them, but uh, seems like they've changed the development systems and like it's actually working. Maybe. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Don't
I
get
don't
too
know. I mean,
hopeful.
no, they still got to trade Robert. I think like have to.
He has no trade value, dude. Fucking ass. Like he's a good
I
defender.
mean,
He's fast, but like he can't hit for shit.
unless he's a big locker room guy who's like I know that's like they want him there, but I feel like he's just not. I feel like he's not engaged. Maybe he is. I don't know. I'm not really Robert. I'm not in the clubhouse, but like feels like he'd be upset. I'd be like, dude, just get me out of here. Like even if I'm doing
Yeah.
ass, just sell me for nothing. Because like, he's not doing anything anyways. Like just get rid of me, please. Maybe I
Yeah,
can revive my career.
I agree. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with him. Like you said,
Mm.
it's almost like you're just hoping. I feel like they're just hoping that he just gets better, and then
Yeah.
they can trade him at some point because they still have him for a few years under contract. So,
Yeah.
um, like it's like
It's a weird
almost like
situation.
might as well keep him, like
Mm-hmm.
instead of just giving him away for nothing. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's just if you were him, yeah, why would you want to be on the team? But at the same
Yeah.
time, if you were better, you wouldn't be on the team anymore. You
No.
would have been traded already. So
It's like a double edged sword. It's like either he's a really good locker room guy and like, hey, that means something. Trade me. I've been here. I do a great job. Everyone likes me, but like, let me go, please. Like, you want to request a good guy like that. You want to, go by his word. But then also, like, if he's a bad guy, you want to get rid of him. You don't want that in the locker room. So, like, what is it? And like you said, is it just because they want trade value from him? Maybe I don't know. But then, yeah, like I said, he needs the
yeah,
ball
I
out
mean,
to he needs the ball out to get traded.
yeah, I mean the Sox will start trading guys. Obviously, I don't know who. I'm sure some pitchers, like I said, Adrian Hauser, and Maybe
Hmm.
Aaron Savali, they could flip him. But that's just where we are. I mean, we knew this for years. Like nothing else
Hmm.
much to say.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we can move over to the NHL draft. Blackhawks had two first round picks, and they had the third
Three
overall
first round
pick.
picks.
Or three first round picks. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
They
I
traded
wrote
up.
that down wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you're right. And then they had the third overall pick, and they take Anton Fondell. Your boy, Frondell, sorry. Yeah, your boy. You wanted from the beginning, right?
Hmm. I think so. I think I did say that, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it was the third best person out there. Like, it was a guy, which I think people mentioned James Higgins, who ended up falling to seven. Again, not huge hockey guys, especially draft wise, but Hawks need size. They need a center, and I mean, Bedard's a center, but like, I don't know. I think he should play wing. I see it all the time. People mentioning like he's too small for a center, and maybe he'll get better at faceoffs, but his faceoff percentage is trash. I think he's like under 50% by a lot. I think he's like in the low
Yeah.
40s half the time. So it's like getting a bigger guy, 204 pounds, 6'2". It'll help Bedard a lot if they're on the same line.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't know if you saw his quote, which is like whatever. He basically was like they asked him if he was gonna play center or wing, and he said whatever Connor isn't playing. And
Yeah, love that quote though.
it's like please play center.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
yeah. He's probably like wants to say center, but like I don't know whatever Bedard wants. I guess I do the opposite.
Yeah, pretty much. And then yeah, I don't know. The Blackhawks obviously prioritize size in the draft. I think everybody they drafted was like
Jesus.
6'1" or over or something like that.
Well,
I think
6'1". The
Frondell
second guy was six
was
six.
yeah, I
Frondell's
think
6'2".
Frondell might have been the shortest one,
He's
maybe
6'2".
second shortest. I know out of all of their draft picks. I think maybe the goalie they drafted in the seventh was like 6'1" or something. But
That's crazy.
yeah, Mason West is like 6'3" or six
Six.
four.
No, Mason West is listed at 6'7".
Oh well,
Dude's a
okay then, never mind.
tank. 218.
Yeah,
Dude's a stick.
he played quarterback for his high school.
Oh yeah,
And
yes, 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 yeah,
you see,
yeah.
he's still gonna play football, and like he's still in high school.
Yeah, he's going to play like for senior year, right? Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing? You're gonna
What kind
let
of
him
life's that
play?
kid living? What kind of life's that kid living? Like, hey, I'm in the NHL next year, but like, gonna play high school football, dude. Imagine your high school quarterback who's going to the NHL next year or this year. He
Yeah,
could get called up. You never know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but like, that's wild.
yeah, that's a good
I didn't know
point.
you could get drafted out of high school. I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know either. And so they're like, well, he's still playing football this fall. I'm like, I'm like, what do you mean? I thought I was like maybe at like a college. I'm like, but no,
Yeah,
they said he's going to Michigan State, and I'm like, no way, he's playing Michigan State quarterback. I can't imagine. So
I think you get recruited to like go there. I don't know. Wild. That's insane.
yeah,
And then the other kid, I don't even know how to say his name, but
extra.
Vaklav? Yeah,
Oh,
Nestrachali. Yeah, Nestrachali. Yeah, that's the last name. But yeah, again, 6'6", 185. I mean, they prioritize offense, which is what you want. I mean, they've drafted defense so much in the last 4 or 5 years. Then they have a solid core. I think they just need to grow and get bigger. I don't know. They're not really doing anything in free agency, but like, I guess it's the plan. I don't know. They need to start taking shots soon. We keep saying it. If it's not this year, it has to be next year. Like,
yeah,
again, these guys are great, but a high schooler is not going to make a difference on your team anytime soon. It's not Connor McDavid you drafted. So, like, he's not going to be
no,
ready for, what, 2, 3, 4 years? And then, the other guys, I'm not sure. Maybe they're ready right away. Even so, though, like, you're banking on, I mean, Frondell will be ready. He'll probably start or he'll be on the team, if not in the AHL. And then, yeah, you're hoping everyone else hits, which is whatever.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it is disappointing. I mean, to be fair, like the free agency class wasn't that good. Good, really. There was only like a
Mm-hmm.
handful of like top guys who just kind of all re-signed with their teams, which we could talk about in
Yeah.
a bit. But um, yeah, I mean, they're it sucks because they've been in this rebuild stage for 4 or 5 years now, and like at least, and they haven't done anything. Like, there's been no improvement.
No, I
Like
mean,
you
they're going
see
to be
guys
projected to be the worst team next year. So who knows?
Yeah, you see guys like some guys get better, but like as a team, like you've been bottom five like how many years in a row? Like it's pathetic,
Mhm.
really. Like it's almost like you'd luck into not being that bad sometimes. But um,
Yeah, like one great year like the Canadians had when they made the Stanley Cup. Like you don't know, like it's like yeah, I don't know. They don't rattle off. I don't know. It's weird. It's just interesting.
yeah,
And like,
but it's
no,
just
go ahead.
it's expected. No, I was just gonna say. I mean, I don't think it was expected for them to go big in free agency or anything. Like we said
No.
last week, the coach said that they're not gonna rush the process. Like it is what it is. And at least they, like you said, they prioritize offense finally. So, maybe they could start actually competing because, in theory, their defense, if like their guys are solid, should be okay. They're
Hmm.
projected to be fine. Even the guys that have been up have been fine. Or like they're there. What you want to see from where they are. And yeah, I mean, we'll see. I've heard good things about Bedard, his training in this off season. Apparently apparently, I don't know. This is through the grapevines. He's like transformed his game a little bit. He was changed mentally and physically. So,
Okay, that helps.
apparently, there's people excited about what's going on with his training. So, we'll see. We'll see if he puts it to the next level. But, yeah, it sucks because it's almost like you're banking on him to be better, but like
Hmm.
it shouldn't be all up to him, really.
Yeah, you're hoping like Bedard's better, but he's already the best player on the team. And like, yeah, people shit on him, like he hasn't been like I don't think he's hit his potential yet or like what he's expected to. But like, look at his stats; they're still solid, like really good. So like, and he's 19, 20. So again, I don't know like it's just what people are expecting versus what he's reaching and what he has around him. So again, growing this way, sure. I'm just my biggest worry about rebuilds is the Sox, right? They spent all those years rebuilding. It was like 3 year window, and then boom, they're gone. And it's like they cannot do that. So if they're gonna do this, they have to do what the Panthers are doing, kind of, where it's like you have to build a sustainable window. And hockey is different. I think you can do it a little bit better, but like you can't just have a one and done type window here. So if they are going to build it, and hopefully they're building it for, I mean, obviously for a decent amount of time, that's what they need to do. Because the worst thing is they make the playoffs next year or something, or not next year, but in the next few years, make like a good run, and then they're done. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing with them though is like in theory they don't have anybody like under contract, like big contracts or anything yet. So, in theory, you could add free agents at some point and trade for guys with maybe some teams just want to get rid of their contracts that you have room for. That happens more in hockey than any other sport. I feel like just
Mm-hmm.
because the cap space is so low. I mean, it's increased this year, which is I think why a lot of guys have probably stayed with their teams. But I mean, it's just hoping and praying at this point, really, for the fans at least.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like I said, we can talk about free agents too. I mean, there's a lot of free agents that are up there, but yeah, everyone just re-signed the team. The Panthers somehow maybe the state tax thing is real. I don't know because they signed all their guys back. They got Sam Bennett back on like a decent deal. They got Aaron Ekblad on a good deal, and or well, first they got Sam Bennett, then they got Brad Marchand. You're like, okay, no way they're getting Ekblad. Like that's no way. And then he signs for a contract, and they still have like 5 million left over for fourth line guys to sign, and they're free agents and the draft pick. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. They're rich get richer, and then they said he saw like Toronto to Vegas. They send over Mitch Marner. He signs right away for a huge deal. I think Patrick Kane signed a year for and stayed in there. So like it don't really hit the market. It felt like crazy at least.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. I mean, Trevor Zegras got traded.
Yeah. Hmm.
Like Brock Besser stays in Vancouver. It's like, yeah, there wasn't really too much action. Especially, I don't know. It feels like free agency for both the NBA and the NHL were kind of just like, whatever. Like they're like hyped up to be huge, but then nothing really happened.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't know if it's just because teams get to sign him earlier, but it's weird that it's just weird. I don't know. I guess the Avalanche got Brent Burns. That was like the biggest move, but Brent Burns is way past his prime. He's still solid. I still would want him on my team, but like he's 40 years old. Like that's like the 40-year-old sign. So everything else is like I'm looking at like yeah, some of the like Gustav Nyquist, cool. Like there's names and names that are decent, but like no one. I think Ellers is still available or like gonna be signed somewhere. I'm not sure, but like There's no name they really know. I think Bedard's talking an extension, so maybe hopefully that goes through. But I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, we'll see.
Boring free agency. Same for the
Yeah,
NBA. And we can talk about NBA now if you want to get into it.
yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Okay. NBA. So I think we mentioned. I'm not sure if we did, but Durant got traded. I don't know if we did mention that. If we did, ignore this. If we
I don't
didn't, I
think so,
mean,
dude. But yeah, I don't know.
yeah. If we didn't, um, your thoughts? What do you think?
um, I think obviously he wanted to be moved. I don't know if you saw that he was traded like mid like conference or whatever he was doing. That I don't know
Yeah, I
what
was like,
that
I don't
conference
know what it was.
was.
It was like talking. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like tops. It wasn't. I don't know if it was top sports. It was some sports card, whatever thing.
Hmm.
But yeah, he got traded mid that. Basically, didn't want to be on the Suns clearly. And then yeah, I mean, I think the Rockets are doing good things. I think they actually have a good shot to do something next year. I mean, they were second in the West. And obviously, who did they trade? Jalen
You
Green.
traded Jalen
I
Green, who's
think.
great. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like Jalen Green a lot,
yeah.
but
But the dude's a fucking, problem.
yeah,
So whatever, you get rid of him, swap him with Durant, and then you add a couple centers. Like their team could be pretty good next year. So yeah, I mean Durant really hasn't fallen off. Like you look at his stats, they've been pretty consistent over his career. Even like on the Suns, on the Nets, they like on OKC, they've all been pretty much the same. So
hmm,
I think he's still got some stuff left in the tank. I think he's got a few years. So yeah, you might as well. I mean, it's weird because they've kind of cycled through all of the old OKC guys at this point. Because
yeah,
they've
that's
had
a good
Russ,
point.
they've had Harden, now they go to KD. But yeah, no, I like the trade. I think for both sides, just because like Jalen Green is a young, really good player. So if you could get him to be, not so much of a head case, that that's great to add that guy to your team, and then you're getting rid of a guy that didn't want to be on your team anymore. So,
Yeah,
and you got picks back too.
yeah,
So,
the number 10 pick, so it's a big pick. I mean, I don't even know if they drafted because we didn't talk about it, but like, so they got the 10th pick, which is huge of this year, the draft. So it's probably a solid play. Like, so you get Jalen Green, you got Dylan Brooks, who's fine, like a solid 6, 7 player. But like, yeah, I don't know. I guess it works for both. I think people are making fun of the Rockets a little bit because I mean, this is a move where now you need to win if you're Rockets because you have Durant for I don't know how many years, but let's say you have him for 3 good years. I don't know what his contract's like, but he's 36. He's probably got 3 more years left, roughly. Uh, like you need to win in those 3 years, basically. You're banking on it.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, nowadays, like the NBA's short window stuff is like we said, we're not
True.
seeing these teams have these giant runs of 5, 10 years or anything. So,
Can't get
that's
one from
really
the
what the
Bulls.
NBA. Yeah, so I mean that's where the NBA is going. You might as well shoot for 3-year windows at this point, honestly. Um, so yeah, I mean I think good for the Rockets, good for the Suns. Can't really complain.
How long
And
till Kevin Durant
then
wants to be off the Rockets, though?
ooh, I'm gonna say 20
Year two?
games into year two. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. All right, cool. That's when he's like, I'm out here, dude. Even if he wins a championship, he still wants to be out.
Yeah, 100%.
This fucking sucks.
Yeah, and it's funny too, cause like even if he wins, people are gonna be like, "Well, you went to the second seed."
So stupid, dude.
I know people are gonna say it.
Yeah, oh, they're ready, dude. They have that tweet ready, prime, dude. Fucking ready to hit send whenever he wins.
Yeah,
I mean, they'll have a good chance though. Like the West, who came out of the West? I mean, Nuggets and it's the Thunder, right? The SGA. We can talk about his contract. Like Thunder are beatable. They almost lost to the Nuggets in 7 games. I think like they almost lost to the Pacers in 7 games. So like they're not this godly team. And maybe they'll get better because they're young and they're going to get more experience now and they'll probably be sick. But like at the same
and they
time, they
just
could
added
also
multiple draft
fall.
picks.
That's true. But they could also fall. You never know. A little slump action, but probably not.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, realistically, like one guy gets hurt, and like that changes everything. So
I mean,
you
look at the
never know.
Celtics. Like we talked about, like they were like, oh, this team's going to win 7 championships or 7 forever, and then not even Jason Tatum getting hurt. It was just like, oh, this team's done. They're selling everyone. And it's like, how did this happen? Literally a year ago when they won, they're like, this they're never going to lose again. And
Yeah,
now they're non-existent. Now no one even talks about the Celtics. Basically, like they're all gone.
yeah. I mean, same with the Pacers. It's like you lose Halliburton, and then I wasn't even. don't mean to jump to Miles Turner, but Miles Turner leaves, and
But
it's like your team. Now, what is your team now? It's like not. It's like you're not going to compete. Like at least for this year, probably not even next year. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, it feels like the NBA is just completely wide open. Besides Oklahoma City, and then I guess Denver, really. Yeah, I mean that's just where the NBA is. So like, if you want to try to shoot for a championship, I think this is the couple years that you should do so. If you're like a team on like kind of teetering on the brink, which yeah, I guess we could take us to the Bucks who cut Damian Lillard and then added Miles Turner. Biggest like dead money in NBA history. I think it was like 110 million that
Jesus, for
they're paying
Damien?
him. They're paying him 22 million a year over the next 5 years, I think, just to get rid of him. And apparently, apparently Giannis was not happy about that. So,
No,
uh,
Giannis was like tweeting stuff. Like I saw him tweet like the deuces emoji, basically. Like, yeah, he might be gone. I mean, maybe he is gone. I don't know if that's what they're doing. Like, 'cause I think he's got one more year left, and then they're probably gonna trade him. But I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, you gotta imagine
yeah,
Giannis is not upset. Like, that's a perfect pairing. I feel like Damian Lillard wasn't that bad. Not worth cutting $100 million check for nothing.
yeah, I know. I mean, injuries are the issue. I think the
Hmm.
main thing with him, but um, yeah, like you didn't even consult like Giannis unless you're literally planning on trading him and you don't care about consulting him. But it seems a little bit odd to just get rid of, in theory, the second best player on the team without talking to the best player. But hey, the NBA is weird. I feel like there's just infinite movement and just so much of it doesn't really matter in the end. It's just really about like the top 15 to 20 guys essentially in the NBA, and then everything else kind of just falls around them. Um,
Yeah. Fun fact about Miles Turner though, he has a life-size Darth Vader statue made of Legos. He's a big Lego guy. Miles Turner is. So he has like
I'm,
millions of Legos.
do you think? I'm assuming he. Do you think he
He
built
builds
that?
them. Yes, he builds them. Yeah, that's what he does in his spare time. He's like, I don't do anything. I build Legos, dude. He has so many Legos. Look up Miles Turner
Eh,
Legos. He has like the full Titanic. He has the full what's it called? The Star Invader. I can't think of the name of it. The ship from Star Wars. He's got a lot of Star Wars stuff. He's got just had, yeah, full Mario, full Luigi, like big ones. Like I said, you got the freaking Darth Vader.
Like, I'm curious. Like those big ones. Like, I wonder, do they sell like giant kits like that? I can't imagine if he's just doing it freehand.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they sell like the
Like the
ones where
full
it's like
size
the
Vader. That's what I was
yeah.
thinking.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. That's someone sent it. Unless they made it and sent it to him. Maybe he had that made. I can't imagine 100,000 piece of Lego. No, sorry, it's Vader's body, and then he put his head on it. So it's Darth Miles. My bad.
All right, love it.
Yes, it's pretty tall, dude. Holy crap! I forgot. I was like, oh, you know, it's life size. It's his height. He's 6'11".
No, Darth Vader's pretty tall.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What's Vader's height looking like? Darth Vader height. He is no, not Darth Vader. Darth Vader height is 6'8". So about accurate. That's you know that's comic book accurate, or what do you want to call it, movie.
Yeah. As soon as he turned Vader, they just added an extra 8 inches to him.
Yeah, he's like LeBron, dude.
Yeah.
He's just like 100 more pounds too.
hmm
Anakin's like, hey, Michael, make me a little bit taller as well, please. It's like,
Yeah. While we're in there.
hey, while we're here, have a little help out here, help a brother out. I have no arms or no legs and one arm, please. So Vader's a fucking unit, dude. Okay, yeah, he gained 6 inches becoming Vader. Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
enough Star Wars talk. Anyways,
Uh,
yeah, more NBA stuff.
we mentioned SGA's contract, but I think it's 4 years, 285 million. I think off the top of
That's
my
so
head,
awesome.
it's like 71.25 a year, something like
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah, which is so absurd. Like, how much money could you possibly like? That's 4 years of work, and you're getting almost
4 years of
like
work. It's 82 days of work, really, and you don't even have to. You could just not play, and you're fine, probably. That's
yeah. I
crazy.
mean, contracts are fully guaranteed in the NBA, so like he has the money pretty much,
Yeah.
unless he. I'm sure there's some clauses
Yeah,
that can get out
imagine
of it,
looking at your
but
bank account every day and you're just getting like $200,000 basically every day.
yeah, that is
Or
crazy.
yeah, let's say even 150 because I don't know the exact math, but it's about 190. I did 72 million. But yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, especially
It's
with
sick.
taxes, like they're
And
like,
taxes
I'm
too,
sure,
but yeah, probably
like
way
you
less.
don't
Probably
know,
it's
but
either way. I'll take
yeah,
10,000 a day.
I'll take 1,000 a day.
Yeah.
That'd
Yes.
be sick.
Yeah. Be nice.
But yeah, he's got a huge contract, and then I guess other noteworthy stuff. LeBron kind of being a baby again.
Oh, he's always a
L,
baby, dude.
first, he resigned, like takes his option, which is like 51 million, and then like immediately is like there's reports that he doesn't like the roster. He's unsure of what he wants to do with his career. If he wants to get traded, and then it's like, and then they're like, no team wants to trade for him. Why would you?
Yeah. How do you have 51? No one
Like,
has 51 million, and the Lakers don't want to eat all of that.
yeah. Well, what chuffs me the most is like, first, like a few weeks ago, you're like, championships don't matter, and then a few weeks later, you're like, I don't like the roster. Why does it matter?
Yeah.
You're not going for championships. Just play the game. Why does it matter? It doesn't make sense. And then if you're another team and you're like, yeah, I'll go trade for a guy that's on a 1 year deal that's $50 million that just said he doesn't care about winning championships. Like, why would I want that?
Yeah, he's
Especially with
41 years
all that,
old.
yeah, with all that drama and stuff. Like, no thanks.
Yeah.
So they go out and sign DeAndre Ayton. So maybe that makes him happy. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the missing piece. Like they're gonna be fine. It's gonna be Luca again. So Luca's like, and then Luca's sitting there like, what am I gonna do? I think he got skinnier, which that's good for Luca. But like, it's his team, I guess. But yeah, I don't know why LeBron's being such a. I'm not gonna say baby back bitch, but he's being a little bit of a baby back bitch.
Yeah, I feel like he still thinks he's like the star of the NBA. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
like, dude, we don't care anymore. Like we do obviously, but like not that much.
my favorite thing that LeBron does, and he does with the Heat, is forces the team to draft people that he wants, and then just wants to book it. Remember when the Heat drafted, I think it was a Shabazz Napier, and then
Hmm.
like
He
he
was
just left.
awful.
Or no, was it the Cavs when he left him? I don't even know. Yeah, no, it
No,
was
it
Heat.
was
Yeah,
the
it was the
Heat.
Heat. Yeah, he just left him, and then he was fucking terrible. Like we didn't want this guy. We only drafted him because LeBron loved him. The Lakers still have Bronny Jr. on their roster, dude. Like LeBron just wants to leave his kid. Is that a trade package? Is it both the Browns?
Hey, yeah, that's a good point. What if he was like, nah, I don't want to go. Let's
Yeah,
stay on LA. They're like,
yeah,
uh, okay, but hey, though LeBron did his job, he got his kid to the NBA on the Lakers, dude. He's done. Like,
yeah. Second round pick getting minutes from day one is impressive. So yeah, he did
yeah,
his job. And he's got
yeah.
another kid who's apparently better, I think. But I don't know. Either way, LeBron annoys me. Would have taken him on the Bulls though several years ago. Speaking of the Bulls though, they're not doing anything. I mean, they traded Lonzo, I guess the Bulls did, which for really nothing. I don't know. Good for Lonzo, I guess, but which makes sense. Like Lonzo's done.
Yeah, it almost seemed pointless, but whatever.
Again,
I
maybe it's
mean,
one of the things where like he asked, like, "Hey, let me try to win," because he knows. I mean, the Bulls aren't going to win next year, so like I don't even know where he got traded to though. Didn't he get traded somewhere like not that great either?
Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland's fine. Yeah, I mean Cleveland best
Well,
record in
yeah,
the
the
East.
Bulls
So
traded for a guy that fucking is worse than Patrick Williams. It's like,
mm.
cool, dude. Like, what was the point of this?
No idea. So I proposed trade Patrick Williams for Caitlin Clark. I would accept that trade immediately.
I would too, but sneaky, I looked at Caitlin Clark's stats. Not that good.
Ooh, it can't be worse than Patrick Williams.
She's shooting like under 30% from 3 point, and I'm like,
Oh,
oh, that's not very good.
yeah, that's not good. I mean, look up. I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna look up Caitlin Clark stats, but yeah, I accept the trade though. I mean, Patrick Williams. Imagine how good he'd be in the WNBA.
It's true.
He'd be a stud.
Plus, all the tickets the Bulls would sell,
Yeah,
even though they don't
Jerry
really
would be
need help
pumped.
doing that.
No, Jerry.
The
Jerry
jerseys
would.
though would go pretty hard.
Oh yeah, I did Caitlin Clark Bulls jersey, dude. Might just make one of those myself. Just get the custom
Don't do
Clark in the
it.
back.
Don't do that.
This guy's the worst. Oh
Dude, you'd
shit.
probably get shivved by the sky, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, Angel Reese would drive by me.
Yeah,
Half
tough.
fever, half Bulls jersey, dude. The split jersey.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
That'd be awesome.
You'll be
Um,
like the guy that like was her stalker. Did you see that?
no.
apparently like some guy got arrested for being like a stalker or something, and then like it was like not even like his trial, it was just like his deposition or whatever. And he walked in the
I
courtroom
didn't
and he
see
sits down and goes, "Guilty as charged." It's like mad respect to that guy. He's like, "Yeah, I fucking did it, dude."
that. I did see that. So the judge was like, whoa, no, 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 that's not. This is not the time to do that. This is just like, are you pleading? What are you pleading? Or like whatever the hearing for like what your
Yeah,
thing is. Like guilty as charged.
yeah,
Uh,
so crazy.
are you famous until you have a stalker? That really like it's at the bar. Like once you have a stalker, that's when you're kind of in the sphere of being famous. Maybe
Uh,
not though.
I was gonna
I feel
say,
like
I,
almost.
you know, maybe every famous person has a stalker, but not every person that has a stalker is famous.
Yeah.
It might be one of those situations.
Every OnlyFans girl probably has a stalker, so like
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's not that if you made it without having a stalker, you didn't really make it. But yeah, you haven't made it until I don't know. There's more to it,
Yeah.
but okay.
Yeah.
Enough stalker talk. NBA Bulls, yeah, like I said, I mean, have they done anything else? I don't know. They're just gonna run it back
No.
essentially with a terrible roster.
Um.
I think they re-signed what's his name, Trey Jones,
Yeah.
right? Which is
Mhm.
cool, but I don't know. I'm not really a Trey Jones fanatic. He's okay. Averaged 7 points
Yeah.
last year. Eh.
Giddy. Yeah. Giddy's been alluding to getting a new contract, but we'll
I like
see where
Josh
that
Giddey.
comes.
He was good. Like I would pay him, but again, the new contracts are always crazy. Then I mean, like you see, like I mean, look at the Bulls right now. Patrick Williams is making 18 million for the next 5 years. Like Kevin Huter is making 16. Zach Collins. So like you're gonna have to sign Giddey to a 20 plus contract probably or
I
15 at least.
I was gonna say it's gonna be at least 20. I would just say
Yeah,
probably even 25 plus, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
just how
I
crazy the
mean,
contracts, like you said. It's like
the only thing they can
they're
possibly
just
hold him
there.
is the Giddler if they did that in like arbitration. Like hey, but you have him on your team, so
I did think that, and I'm like, could you hold that against him? Be like, well, we gave you a chance, like, but
yeah,
like at this point, he's probably like, I don't care.
yeah. Like I'll
Like,
just go to that team. They'll pay me. The Knicks
yeah,
don't give a
yeah,
fuck. Like
yeah.
so, yeah. You have really no leverage. Maybe they'll
Well,
take
it's
a
so
friendlier deal, but you're not gonna be able to like get them crazy.
yeah. I would have just liked the Bulls just to dump everyone for nothing. That would have been even better than what they're doing. I feel
Yeah.
like get rid of Vucevic,
Yes.
even yeah, get rid of one of Kobe White or Giddy, um,
Something. I mean,
and
they
then
have
just
trade
kind of
value.
tank like
Yes. I mean,
one
yeah,
year.
Patch Williams is not the guy, dude. Like, just if he wants to, if you want to see if he's the guy, let him run the fucking team and like let him be the guy. I don't know. It's like, dude is
They give
ha-
him He
hasn't
got
averaged over
paid
10.2 points yet. And yeah, he has. I mean, he plays starts every game basically. Like, this actually doesn't, but he starts 65 games and averaged 10.2 points and like can't do shit. You get rid of, he's not the guy. You know this. It's NBA. It's different. NBA, you know after 2 3 years if they're the guy or not. And if they're not, then you figure it out. And if you fucked up, you fucked up. But like, you give him every. He has playing time. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't
Yeah,
know
he
what to
just
do.
hasn't showed enough. I don't know why they signed him to that contract. It was stupid. It's just
They're
hurting
fucking dumb,
him
dude.
again. Like, it's like, yeah, they wanted to trade Patrick Williams. Like, what? Who would want him? Why would anyone trade for him? You're the team that
No.
would trade for him, like a team that just could eat salary.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, you are the team to do this.
yeah, so stupid. But whatever. I mean, the Bulls will be the Bulls until Jerry's gone. So
Dude, we have a lot
whatever.
riding on Jerry Reinsdorf's death. All Chicago does, really.
Yeah, realistically, I
Unless there's
mean,
like no, unless it's only like Cubs and Blackhawks fans, which there those exist, but like no, a lot of people are if you're from Chicago, there's a
you could
eighty
just
percent
say if
chance you
someone
want
doesn't watch
Jerry.
basketball, then and you're a Cubs fan, then you're fine.
Yeah, but
But
still, there's an 80% chance you won't be
but
upset when Jerry Reinsdorf dies.
I was gonna say you could say that if the Sox were
Step
good, it
down.
would push the Cubs to be better. But that's
True.
just probably fake. That's just probably
Yeah.
something you think that's true, but it's definitely
No,
not
who
true.
cares? No. Yeah, we don't want Jerry Reinsdorf to die. We want him to step down.
Which
But
won't happen.
if the only way to have it happen, yes, exactly. We're
Dude's
losing, but
90. He hasn't stepped down. He's not stepping down.
yeah, he's just running that. Okay. So NBA, we talked everything else. I guess we can go. Or well, one last NBA thing that just happened last night was the Knicks signed a coach finally.
That's true.
So That's huge for them. After basically trying to interview every single coach to ever exist. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they were going to like women's college coaches. I saw they were going to be
Yes.
interested in, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like you
And then
can't
they
find
landed
it.
on Mike Brown, who's like one of the top guys. Like hasn't really had a job in a while, but like he's a good coach. I think he's over 500 in his career. He coached LeBron when he was in Cleveland to the Eastern Conference champ or the final or to the finals. And like he's not a bad coach. I like him. I mean, he was on Sacramento. He coached Sacramento for a bit. They were good with him. I don't know why they fired him. And then yeah, so like it's a solid option that they landed on somehow compared to
Yeah,
going from a WNBA coach or Billy Donovan to him.
yeah, 100%. And it's NBA is just weird with coaches too, because it's like, why did no one want to coach for them? Like it seemed like pretty much.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But at the same time, it's like they just fired a coach that went to the NBA, sorry, not the NBA, the finals of the Eastern Conference. So like, they don't have loyalty.
No, yeah, it's a good point too. It's like fucking yeah, Tibbs got canned after having the best season in Knicks history since like 1994. So like it's crazy. So now you have yeah, I mean yeah, Mike Brown is the same thing though. You know, with Sacramento, I mean looking at this, I mean Sacramento first year he was there went 48 and 34. That's awesome, right for the Kings especially. Next year 46 and 36, not as good, but still really good, right? 12 games over five or 10 games over 500. And then next year he was 15 or 13 and 18. It's only 5 games under, but then like only 30 games in, and they fired him. And it's like that's not fair.
No, I mean NBA just it's just stupid, man. Like everybody moves constantly. I was thinking about this
Hmm.
like when I mentioned like think I shot you a text yesterday. I was like, there's just so much movement, but that just doesn't matter. But like, if you're not like a top guy, it's like you could be on a different team, like 5 different teams in a year. They just move you just easily. They don't care.
Hmm.
Like it's just crazy how much people have to like change teams in the NBA. Well, there's not that many people, so it's just like they're just swapping like back
Yeah,
and forth, just like the same guys. It's stupid.
yeah. What is there 12 times 30, right? So like yeah, they're not very small teams, and then like I said, coaches. So it's like crazy. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's only a few hundred players in the league compared to like 700 for MLB or almost 1,000 I think for NFL. So like, yeah,
I
it's
guess
crazy. I'm just swapping. Yeah, 360 for the NBA is nothing.
1,500.
Yeah, I mean 52 right times 32. Or
Yeah,
is there 30 teams? I don't know. Yeah,
32.
60. Yeah, 1,600. It's like yeah, it's a lot of players. So yeah, compared to the NBA is a third that or a fifth that, and like they. I don't know. Like I said, people get swapped, people get moved, people get insane contracts. I don't know. NBA just confuses me in that regard.
Yeah, I mean they're lucky because they're
Yeah.
as little players, so they get that money. But
Hmm. Yeah, because their cap space is the same as like the fucking NFL, and there's
yeah,
12 players on a team. It's insane.
yeah, yeah. I don't get why they're such babies too, though. It's like, like you get all this money and they're just always complaining, just
It has
constantly.
to be the easiest profession too. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say it. It's the easiest of the big four sports. It has to be the easiest. Football, you're getting fucking smoked. Hockey, same amount of games, you're getting smoked, and it's way harder. You're on skates and shit. Baseball, you can say baseball is not as physically demanding, which I agree, but like you're 162 games. That's a shit ton. Um, and the games are longer. You're out there long. I mean, it's a lot more stuff. And basketball, you're just fucking running and jumping. Really it. Like it's just all
Yeah,
natural things you're doing. You know, not swinging a
yeah,
bat. You're not doing any of this stuff like that. So like to be coddled is crazy, but whatever. SGA's
yeah,
making SGA just made more money than I did this year in this whole talk.
yeah. I would just say it's probably hard to make it to the NBA, just obviously because there's less people.
True.
But like you said, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, baseball is one of those things where it's like anyone can make it. It's like, oh, that guy played fucking minor leagues, but like, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can move into our NFL talk. I don't really have any. Do we have any news for NFL or not really? Before we break down our
Um,
division.
I feel like I did. Didn't the Steelers do something? Oh yeah, they.
So,
Oh
oh
yeah,
yeah,
there's a
true.
trade.
Yes, yes. Big
That's
trade,
right.
dude. We're football guys, dude. Uh, Minka returning. Minka's back, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Steelers. Yeah, I don't have the full trade in front of me, but yeah, Steelers basically trade Mika Fitzpatrick and like a sixth round pick or something, or like a late pick for Jonnu Smith. and Jalen Ramsey. Weird.
Fucking yeah, odd. Like I don't. Does it help anyone? It does, but like,
And and
I
then
just,
yeah,
I don't
and then the Dolphins go out and get Darren Waller out of retirement to
know.
come play tight end for him. It's like, okay, I guess.
Yeah, Dolphins are just making moves randomly, like way late in the year, like 10 days before fucking training camp, basically. I don't like, like I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, like we knew that Jonnu and Jalen Ramsey wanted to get moved, but like to kind of just replace him with guys that are less, like I guess almost. I mean, Minka Fitzpatrick is fine. Like he hasn't had the best last couple years, I don't think, but he's still a really good player. So you could say he's the best in that group, but like you didn't really do anything if you're. I would have just rather got draft picks.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know how. I don't know. And I
You
tweeted that
can't.
thing out, the Fitzpatrick. Yeah, I don't know. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say you can't like be serious in saying like you're competing this year that you want to go add Darren Waller to your team.
Yeah, you're not Darren Waller and Minka Fitzpatrick away from fucking winning anything.
I mean, let me go take a look at their
We already
starting
talked about that
defense
in that game.
now. Yeah, I know. Their starting corner, Storm Duck. Storm Duck is your starting corner right now. Like, are you
Okay,
kidding me?
name value. That's a great.
Championship.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
gonna beat the
yeah, for
Bills.
sure. But you have here's some guys on their starting lineup, the starting defense. Tyrell Dotson. I'm sure you've never heard of him.
I
Storm
know
Duck.
Dotson. Yeah, nope, just a name.
Ifeatu Melifonwu. Cater Coho. And Artie Burns. I know Artie Burns, but like he's not that
He's
good.
old. Yeah, he's not.
There's
No,
five
even the good
guys
players.
you don't even I had never even heard of them.
Yeah, even their good players are like consistently hurt or old. I mean, they still have Bradley Chubb, right? Who's hurt and old always.
hmm
And then they have what's his name? Who's their DN? They have a D tackle. He's always hurt. Phillips or
Oh
can't
yeah,
think of his name.
Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, he's always hurt. Doesn't play. And now you add Minka. Like, cool. I don't know. And you still have like Tyreek Hill who wants to fucking leave. So like you have players on offense that don't want to be there. Like Jalen Waddle doesn't want to be there probably. Tyreek Hill literally asked to get traded every other week. It seems like Tua again is concussion away from doing this again and fucking not being in the league. So I don't know like I don't know
In
what
case
their
you guys missed it,
plan
he
is.
did the two of hands.
Oh, we're gonna have this on video, brother. We're doing the two
Like,
hands.
yeah,
Oh, true.
well,
Yeah,
you
for the
know,
listeners.
people
Yeah,
listening, you know.
yeah. Sorry, I did two
Um,
hands.
yeah. Yeah, I don't really get it. I mean, even for the Steelers, it's like who's gonna play? So you had decent corners, so you're just gonna pull them at safety now? Is Jalen gonna play safety? I don't know. Um,
Yeah,
and then what's John Smith gonna do? Like, I feel like
you
he's
have
just
Pat
as good as
Fryermuth who's
Frymuth.
yeah,
Like, like
yeah.
Johnny's
What's
fine. Uh, This is, I think, the third time he's been with Arthur Smith. It's like, why do you want to suck his cock so much, Arthur? Like, you don't even use him as good as the other people use him. So,
no?
I don't know.
Or is
Weird.
Aaron Rodgers like hell yeah? Good thing I signed with this team. I mean, they're the only team I wanted him really, so like probably it's fine. But like it's probably like God damn it, dude, again. Like
Yeah,
like they had
I
a better
guess you could
chance of
say,
winning with Minka, I'd say.
yeah, yeah. I don't even know. I don't know. Like, or maybe you could just traded Minka for like other people, like
Yeah,
something like
something.
that. Not old ass Jalen Ramsey, who's like not that good anymore. I mean, he's still good, but not that good. And then Janu, whatever. I
Jacobs
feel
gonna look
like
sick though in a Steelers uniform.
that's true. I was gonna say even Janu's like last year. Like I felt like a lot of his stuff came in like I don't want to say garbage time, but like close to it. Like
It
he
was
was
either
never doing
garbage
good at the
time
beginning
or
of the
like
game.
just bombs. Like it
Yeah,
was never like oh he has 30 not 30 but like 10 catches for 120 yards and two touchdowns. It was like he has four catches and he just busted one out for a long ball and like I said near garbage time. Like
yeah,
they weren't winning many games, so clearly during garbage time a lot.
yeah, 100%. All right, I think we get to the NFC South.
Real quick though, I tweeted that Fitzpatrick that Minka Photoshop picture. I totally forgot Minka played for the Dolphins.
Oh,
I
did
tweeted
you?
that out. That's the first time it came to my mind. I was like, "Oh, Fitzpatrick, that's hilarious," And then that one guy commented, "You could just tweet a Minka jersey and he's in rookie." I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I forgot that existed."
That's not as funny.
No, yeah, that actually makes sense. That's not cool. The fuck? Sorry, I'm looking at Twitter. Clayton Kershaw took home the mound.
Oh, nice.
You can do that. You can just take out the mound like this. You can just take the whole mound.
Yeah, why not?
I didn't know it's removable that easily. I don't know how long they dig that thing up.
That's a good point. Probably the crew can do it in like 2 minutes, honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like Paul Skeens. All right. Like I said, we're getting off topic again. All right, let's move on to the NFC South division breakdown. This is a fun division. No one's gonna win anything, but it's fun. A lot of question marks. This is like one of the big question mark divisions in the NFC. Um, Last year we'll go over Bucks 10-7, Falcons 8-9, Panthers 5-12, and the Saints 5-12. Saints not fun. Let me start that off. Okay, fun division minus the Saints. Saints very sad. Opposite of fun.
Yeah.
Like very sad. I don't know. Like I don't want to get too. I don't want to cancel, but like that's how sad it is.
Potentially worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Sad. With nothing that's really exciting.
Like even if
Your
they're
best
not
player is
record
old.
wise, they are. Your
Yeah.
best was what?
Yeah. I was just like, even like your exciting offensive player and like Kamara is old. And it's like
Yeah.
you have Olave who just gets hurt all the time. If we could start with the Saints, we're starting with the Saints, I guess. We're going backwards this
Fuck it.
time.
Let's do it.
Yeah, like I mean, you don't really you brought back Brandon Cooks. Why? Like so dumb. Like you don't really like have receivers. Chris Olave, he's hurt. I mean, all the time. He's good when he plays, but like I don't trust him. I mean, at least this point in his career. And that's really the only thing you have on offense. Like I mean, you have Fuaga, like the right tackle they drafted last year. He's good. And you drafted Kelvin Banks this year. Okay, but nothing else on the offense I'm excited about.
No, I mean Rashid Shaheed's exciting, but he's hurt always, and like I said, like Kamara's old, and then your quarterbacks either Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shaw, or what's his name? Shaw, what's his name?
Shuck.
Oh, Shaw, yeah. So it's like you're rolling with those two guys, or you have who's their third quarterback that's like very sassy always in those pictures? Is that the one guy? Is it, I don't know. Who's that
uh,
guy, dude?
I don't know if you know. I don't even know
Is
if
he
he's
still in
on the
New Orleans?
team.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so.
Is it Jake Hayner?
Is it Quick Chicken quarterback picture? Let's see if I can find it. No. Yeah, it's Jake Hayner. Yeah, Jake Hayner, super sassy, dude. The memes are not me about to throw a touchdown, dude. Every time. Yeah, Jake Hayner. So Jake Hayner's your third quarterback. Just a very sassy boy.
Yeah, and then yeah, you go to their defense, and again, your safety core is the oldest I've ever seen. Like Tyron Matthew and
Oh,
Justin Reed. Are you kidding me?
those names hit different than
Um,
like 10 years ago.
yeah, they were both when they were both on Kansas City at the same
Yes.
time, right?
Yeah, they're not
And they
anymore
were
for a
winning.
reason.
Yeah, yeah, right. You brought in Chase, or not brought in, bring back Chase Young. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. But like anything else on the defense, I don't
Kool-Aid
know.
McKinstry.
Like,
Like that's about it. I like Kool-Aid McKinstry, but like he's a young corner. But like, is he really that great? No. Is it just because I like his
yeah,
name? Probably. Like again, you have Demario Davis, ancient. You have Cameron Jordan, ancient. So like their defense is the best part about the team, really, but they're all ancient, or
yeah,
they literally are. I mean, they have to be the oldest defense in the NFL, probably.
yeah. I mean,
Maybe, yeah.
everyone's old. I mean, Pete Warner, I think, is old. And then I mean, what's his name's kind of young, Brian Brzee, but he's been a disappointment of a draft pick. Uh, yeah, man. I mean, this team's old and bad. Like that's the worst that you could possibly be. Like,
Yeah,
you- even if they like tank and are bad next year, or like get the number one pick, like you don't have much anything to go to. Like you're gonna have to completely revamp this roster in the next couple years. But I mean that's been their problem. I mean maybe they're finally hit the shit fan that they've been kind of avoiding for years since Breeze left, where they just keep putting contracts and like extending the window to be average. And finally, I guess this is what we wanted. I guess that you should
yeah,
hit the fan, but you still have the old guys. Why did you not get rid of them?
yeah. Cameron Jordan
Like
still has
so
trade
bizarre.
value, like something. Like you can get a fourth round pick for Cameron Jordan, probably maybe a fifth, whatever. Kamara did have some, but probably not anymore. And then like They said Demario Davis might have had some, not anymore for sure not. And then they said Justin Reed and Tyrann Matthew are nothing. Maybe you can probably still get stuff. Like you probably still get a sixth, seventh. Anything's going to help you at this point. And you're going to lose games and get a top pick, which is what you really want at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They're the fourth oldest team going into last year. Saints were 26.75 average. Again, probably went up because obviously they didn't lose anyone that was old, so that's going to go up.
Yeah, and your draft pick Tyler Shuck is old too. He's 25, I think. So,
That's awesome.
uh, yeah. So it's not like you brought the age down at all.
No.
Yeah, this team just sucks. I don't even know if we're gonna have a single player on the list, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't
I
like. Fuck no.
I can't
No.
imagine, honestly. I
Like
don't
maybe
know what they're not even good
could be
anywhere.
Olave if
Like,
anything, but Olave,
yeah,
I
and
don't know.
I could already see he's not. I could just look at the Buccaneers. I'm like, well, they have two receivers that I'd take over him.
So yeah, because we start the Saints because this is
And then the
all we're going to talk
Falcons
about for
too.
them. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
yeah. Well, if we're going backwards though, I mean, you go to Carolina next.
Let's do it. Carolina. So Carolina, as everyone knows, rough start to last year. Bench Bryce Young for Andy Dalton. Didn't look great, but then I mean Bryce Young made the bench worked for him because he ended up. I mean, I wouldn't say lit it up, but he looked awesome. I liked him. He was great. The Panthers had a really good end of the year. Won some games and also competed in a lot of games that against teams that were better than them, and after being eliminated too. So I'm excited for the Panthers. I don't know. I mean, they're still very far away from competing for division. Not far away, but pretty distant. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like
Yeah,
them.
yeah. And I mean, I feel like their defense should be better this year. I think Derek Brown was out most of last year. He's just basically their best defensive player. They added guys. And you add Ted McMillan to the offense. Obviously, that's going to add a new factor to it. Um, their offensive line is actually was good last year. Like, I mean, not like a top tier unit, but like comparatively to previous years, they were pretty solid. And then Chuba Hubbard, super underrated running back. So, yeah, I mean, the team should be at least exciting. I don't know if they're gonna, like you said, compete at all this year, like really, but they
No,
should at least be better, like maybe 7 wins or so. Like, I don't think this is a bad team at all.
no. I mean, the last 9 game or last 9 games they went 4-5, so close to 500. Not bad. They lost in the 2 games they lost. I mean, lost to Philadelphia by 8 or 6 points. Pretty close game, right? They lost to Kansas City by 3 points. Really close game. Tampa Bay, obviously division game, but like you lost by in overtime. And then you got trounced by Dallas and Tampa the second time. But like you won games against not great teams, but like you competed in all those games essentially against really good teams. I mean, those are three of the top teams in the NFL. I'd say it's Kansas City, Tampa, and Philadelphia last year. So like
Mhm.
three of probably the top. I mean, definitely two, obviously Super Bowl teams, but like Tampa's pretty good too in the mix. So you competed. I don't know. I'd be excited. Like you have Bryce Young, who started all those games too that I mentioned. I mean, once he took over again, it was back to it. So again, Chuba Hubbard, you said there, he's very underrated, very good. You have Bryce Young going into another year is going to be confident. I think the receiving core is still kind of booty, right? But like they said they had Ted McMillan, but
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, if Leggett steps up, he was a rookie last year. If he gets better, obviously Ted will bring a lot of coverage to him.
mm-hmm.
Jalen Coker was a rookie last year. Sneaky had a pretty good season. I think he was like a seventh round pick or maybe undrafted even or sixth round pick or something.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a solid year. And then I mean, Adam Thielen,
How?
people are gonna shit on him, yeah, but I don't know. He just keeps doing it. So like he have like an 8 game stretch where he's just really good. Like he ended the year really good last year. So I'm not gonna say he's
Yeah.
old and bad. I mean, I'm assuming you just assume, but I can't because I have assumed that for the last couple of years. So
Like what you're getting with him, which is like he's the opposite of Cooper Cup, where everyone like he had one awesome year, and then everyone thinks Cooper Cup's the greatest receiver. Adam Thielen's arguably better than Cooper Cup.
yeah, no, I agree.
Like,
I mean,
he
like
probably is. I mean,
like
consistently, 11 years.
yeah, pure talent. Like if you're
Yeah,
putting a guy for the game, obviously it's Cup, but like who brought the most value to their team? It's hard to say because I mean he
Oh,
did
but at
win
one
Super Bowl
sticky.
MVP.
True. True.
But like, minus that year, like,
Yeah.
like yeah, Atkins obviously provided more value, like consistently over his career, at least.
Yeah, I mean he's yeah again like I mean he went to Carolina and can't I mean he's had 2 years in a row. I mean 1,000 yards and 600 yards. He missed some games last year, but like 1,600 yards, 2 years with the Panthers, the worst team in the league, is pretty impressive.
Yeah, 100%. Um,
Other
yeah, I
people, like I
mean,
said, their line's sneaky okay. The defense, J.C. Horn, I like a lot. Obviously, everyone knows him, but I don't know. Like Nick Gordon is okay. I don't know. Like they have guys that are decent. They're a solid group, but not like I'm not in love with anyone besides J.C. Horn.
yeah, for sure. I agree. I mean, Trevon Moehrig, that was a big signing for them. Safety.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, they added Nick Gordon and Princely. Uman Mielen, I think that's how you say it.
You said with
I
confidence.
think, yeah, second and third round, they were both guys that I liked in the draft. So, like I said, getting Derek Brown back, yeah, they're not a great defense, but at least competent, I guess.
What do you know about Shy Tuttle? What a
Um,
name! I just like names. The guys that are like in the third depth chart area, like Popo, dude. You got a guy named Popo.
Popo.
Dude, fourth DN, dude. Popo Omuave. I think I
I
killed that
mean,
last name, by the way. He's on the IR.
okay.
Okay.
Um,
LeBryan, dude. LABRYN. LeBryan Ray. What a name. Okay, sorry. I'm just
no,
a
you're
big
good.
name guy. Yeah, but
Travis.
A Sean, dude. A apostrophe Sean. Princely.
I've
His names are great.
yeah.
Clauden? Who's Clauden Cheerless? Boogie? They have Boogie Basham? Dude, okay. If we're doing my team names, this is the best one, dude. By far. Best name, best team name.
A
Give me
Caleb.
Boogie Basham every day. Travis. Lathan. Not Nathan, but Lathan.
Yeah. A
Okay.
Caleb. A Caleb. A Caleb Evans.
They have A
Not
Caleb and A Sean, dude.
yeah, not Caleb. He's just a Caleb, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah, this team, like I said, I think they're gonna be better than last year. I don't think they're gonna win the division, obviously, but if I'm a Panthers fan, I'm excited.
Yeah, for
Moderately
sure.
excited. The team's going in the right direction. I think you're adding people you should. Ted McMillan draft pick. You need a receiver. So if he's your guy and you think he's gonna be a stud, then sure, like that's a good pick. If not, if he's like an average receiver, I think you missed out maybe on some defense or some of the line, but whatever.
Yeah, like I said, their O line was good, like pretty solid last year. So I
No,
don't
it wasn't
really
bad.
know if they really needed O line. But yeah, defense, which they got in the second round, like they added like those defensive ends. So that's why I'm like,
Sure.
whatever. Like you want to protect, protect your asset of quarterback and not have the shittiest, like a shitty wide receiver core for his whole career. Which we've talked about in Chicago. So. All right, we can move on to the Atlanta Falcons.
Huh. I still have Kirk Cousins under contract.
You do. Um,
And he used
yeah, I
to
don't
stick.
know. True, and Emory Jones. No.
Oh.
uh, but no, this is the Michael Penix show. He should be starting from now on. I would hope, unless something tragic happens. But yeah, I mean, he was fine at the end of the year. He was decently accurate. Uh, Nothing that was crazy. I think he had one good game. I think he started three at the end of the year. He had one solid game, but I mean, I like this team. I like this offense at least, and their defense. Honestly, I think we said last year like this team's sneaky good. At least their roster is, and I don't know if maybe adding Penix is gonna change things, like having him start. But like Drake London, very good receiver. Um, Darnell Mooney obviously had a pretty good year last
Perfect
year.
number two.
Yeah, for sure. I, whatever. Ray McLeod, their receiver three. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
You don't really need three great receivers. But then their offensive line solid. Besides, obviously have to replace their center, which I think they just had a guy last year that played a little bit that they're just rolling with. So,
Yeah,
not
Ryan
because
Neusel.
yeah, because you're not really losing much because he played. So the rest of their offensive line solid, like Jake
Yeah,
Matthews, Chris
good.
Lindstrom, Caleb McGarry, all very good. I don't know too much about Matthew Bergeron, but Um, it should be solid. I don't know what Kyle Pitts is doing.
Is this the year?
Dude's
Is this the year?
no, dude can't run a route for his life. So I don't know. He just has to be wide open pretty much, and then he'll make something happen.
Yeah,
Or the
maybe.
throw him jump balls or something. I don't know.
hmm Yeah, he's open like
What a
three times a
terrible
game,
guy.
and then that gets clipped, and they're like, "Wow, dude, look, he didn't get the ball." And it's like, well, yeah, he's not fucking looking at him because he's open 2% of the plays in the game.
Yeah.
So like, Kyle Pitts is probably the number one like look at that guy's open picture on Twitter, and then yeah, it's because that's the only time he's open, and this is the one snapped a shot of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a bad draft pick, man. Like,
That's tough.
I think if
That's
you
supposed to
go
be so
back, there
good
were
too.
so many guys that could have drafted there that would have been way
Yeah,
better. It's just so sad. And then obviously Bijan is a top three running
premier,
back in the
premier.
league, so
Yeah.
a top five at worst. So, yeah. And then you go to defense, it's
Real quick before
good.
we get to defense, I'm gonna so back to Michael Penix. People say NFL is not like they're like, oh, quarterback wins not a quarterback stat. It absolutely is. Like everyone thinks Michael Penix was so good last year because he had that one big win and one great game, or like I think he lost a close one too. And people say Caleb Williams is dog shit because he loses, and like same thing with Jane Daniels, who's so good he won. If you win as a quarterback and have okay stats, that's all you care about. It's hilarious. And then like, the
I don't,
quarterback stats doesn't matter. Like the wins don't matter.
what's it's like it's not a blanket statement. I feel like yes and no. I don't know. Like there are times where I'm like, yeah, the quarterback obviously is winning this game. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously I'm a huge Andrew Luck stan, whatever. But Andrew Luck gets hurt for a year. They're like one of the worst teams in the league, and then he comes back, and then they're a playoff team the next year. Nothing changed besides him. So
Mm-hmm.
like clearly, like he's winning the games. But then yeah, there's other times where it's like the quarterback's not losing these games. Like why are you putting the losses on him? So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, no, I mean. It is weird that people. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. They'll always say that it doesn't matter, but if you're a quarterback, that is the only thing that people really care about.
I mean, you
Like,
saw that floor ceiling thing with Caleb. We can talk about that real quick before we move on. I don't know if you saw that floor ceiling. It
hmm
was fucking crazy.
it was
Like
so bad.
ceiling, whatever it was like board. I don't know who it was, and then floor
Jordan Love.
bust. Yeah, Jordan Love.
Like, what do you mean, Jordan Love? A guy that just tosses the ball up and hopes somebody gets it? Yeah, I could do. I mean, I couldn't throw that far at the line, but like, like, but any quarterback could do that. I mean, obviously he's better than an average quarterback, but yeah, that's definitely not his ceiling. And bust, especially, and they're like saying like guys that like JJ McCarthy was like, like,
Yeah,
like it's
like
like
Drew
he
Brees.
hasn't even
It's like Drew
played
Brees.
yet.
Yeah.
It is not a bust. Like no one else could bust besides Caleb. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it's fucking Drew Brees. Oh, here I got the thing up right now. Let me pull it up. Is it? Oh no, his ceiling. Joe Burrow and his floor. Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
The worst is Sam
yeah,
Darnold,
yeah. Worst he has 4,000 plus yards and leading his
a
team to
former number
13
one
and
draft pick.
four. Yeah,
Like ceiling for Bo
awesome.
Nix, Drew Brees. Ceiling for fucking Drake May, Trevor Williams, floor Daniel Jones. Is Daniel Jones not a bust though? Like I mean, we talked about him. I like Daniel Jones, but like I don't know. And then fucking Jaden Daniels' floor is Kyler Murray. Is that his floor? Maybe like if we're gonna call Caleb Williams a bust, it's a thing though. It's like their stats if you compare them,
I
not
know.
that far off. But
No.
Jaden Daniels just won games, which again that's great. You need to win games. Bears should beat him if it wasn't for fucking what's his name. But like and Michael Penix's floor, we saw 3 games from Michael Penix. We said right, 700
Yeah,
yards
and
in
he was
three
only good
games.
in one of them.
His floor is Jameis Winston, not bust. Jameis Winston has been in the league for 14 years, whatever it is, 10 years. He's been in the league.
Started on like 5 different teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's like, dude, Jameis needs a job. So Michael, that's Michael Penix. After 3 games, you saw him. You're like, that's it. And then Caleb Williams like, this guy fucking trash, dude. Okay, that's my rant. I think everyone talked about it, and we're probably the latest ones too. But like, what are we doing?
Hey man, at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter.
No.
Yeah, Caleb's gonna show out if he's gonna show out. He's not if he's not, and the rest of the guys, they can't all be good. Like I
No.
mean, you can't imagine 6 quarterbacks in the same draft class are good. So one or two of these guys at least are gonna be pretty bad.
Um, yeah, but real quick,
In theory.
we could go over this again. Who would you take out of these 6 quarterbacks? Jordan Love, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, or who wouldn't you take? Sorry, Joe Burrow or Drew Brees?
Right.
Bo Nix is Drew
Yeah.
Brees, and fucking J.J. McCarthy hasn't played a game, got hurt, is Joe Burrow. So that's good.
Also, like, Bo Nix doesn't play like Drew Brees at all.
No,
Like,
no.
what is that comparison? Because he has the same coach.
Yes.
So lazy.
Well, same thing with like Joe Burrow. Like, oh, that guy tore his ACL. It has to make sense.
Yeah. Wait, who was Joe Burrow? Was it Penix?
No, it was J.J. McCarthy. So like, no, yeah,
Oh,
the
oh,
white guy
okay.
tore his ACL, dude. Of course. And Michael Penix to like Justin Herbert, which again don't play at all. Like, yeah, I
Also,
mean,
I
Bo Nix is
hate.
6'2".
I mean, we say it all the time, and like I'll say it, and I don't comment, but I really do hate like ceiling and floor stuff. It's like a seventh round pick could be the greatest player in the league at some point. We've seen it happen. You're
It's
never
not
gonna
about.
say his
It's
ceiling's
not.
that high.
No.
Literally never. So like, you're lying because that's not the ceiling.
Yeah.
'Cause the ceiling is infinite and the floor is bottom for every player. Like every
Yeah.
player could be terrible. Every player could be the best in the league at some point. Granted, probably obviously not gonna happen for 99.99% of people, but like you don't know. So it's so
Caleb ceiling
stupid to
literally
say.
could be Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning had an awful first year. Not even Caleb had a better first year. So like, exactly. Like, just say Jordan Love, dude. Jordan Love didn't start for 4 years or 3 years.
I know.
Sorry.
So crazy. So crazy.
Okay.
Um
That's our rant.
anyway,
So
back to the
Falcons.
NFC South.
Yeah, Falcons. I think we covered them. I mean, yeah, we'll get into more when we talk players, but I think they're gonna be solid. I think they're gonna be better. I don't know if they're gonna be better than last year. They should be better than last year. I mean, Kirk was pretty bad, right?
Yeah, no, he was terrible for most of the year.
So like,
I think he had a couple of
oh,
good games at the beginning and then it was not very good.
so yeah, I can see. I mean, I don't know. Man, I don't know. Very interesting. Like,
Right.
I can definitely see him being a game or two better or a game or two worse. Neither would surprise me. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I feel like the team is better than 8 and 9, but
But I can see him going 7-10 and no problem. If they lose a couple division games, I mean, you could lose to the Panthers once or twice. Who knows? I mean, you're probably not gonna lose to the Saints. Definitely could lose to the Bucks twice. I mean, didn't weren't both games against the Bucks close? Yeah, they won both
uh
games against the Bucks, but then a total. I mean, I guess they won by a touchdown. They won in overtime, and then they won by 5 in both games.
yeah, one of the
And so
games
it's like,
Bucks blew
yeah.
completely, I remember.
So like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I can see him losing games. It depends. Depends on Penix. So again, we're not gonna
Yeah,
speculate that, but that's what it is.
yeah, and like the problem too with them is like they had no pass rush, and yeah, they added Jalen Walker, but he's a rookie. Like you don't know if he's gonna be that good or not this year. So
hmm
like they could still have the same problems on defense, where it's like okay, they're good in coverage and not that good, like doing
Oh no,
anything
we
on
didn't
like
talk
the
about their
line.
defense. So we'll talk about we do. So they have Jaden Walker because I know that's going to cut you off. AJ Terrell's really good. Jesse Bates, their secondary is really good, and then you're just hoping like Leonard Floyd and Jalen Walker can really lock it down. I don't know, but the best pass
Yeah,
rush in the world, probably not.
yeah, this is definitely not a Super Bowl caliber roster. I'll tell you that.
No,
Um,
absolutely not.
good
Things are looking bright.
offense.
I think they're growing. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah,
They have a lot,
yeah,
no
I
big
agree.
contracts. I mean, no one really they're not going to pay Kyle Pitts. I tell you that for free. So like Bijan, you're going to have to pay. The running back, not that bad, and then
I don't know,
you
maybe
know,
not anymore.
true.
I mean, he's not
Good
gonna be
point.
crazy like a Jamar Chase or anything, but
Still
he
probably
might
make
be 20
15, 18,
million.
yeah, 20, yeah,
I
probably.
mean, that'd be the highest, but it's gonna keep going up. So
Yeah, probably pay him sooner or later. I don't know. All right, we can move to the Bucks before we pick our picks. This episode is brought to you. No, I'm just kidding. Just do a quick ad read. Uh,
I didn't see any
yeah,
money for an ad. Just a separate, yeah, a separate deal by yourself.
yeah. I was thinking about just asking people, hey, can I add your company? Don't have to give us money, just let me do it. Show some legitimacy. But people be like, fuck this, I'm skipping this ad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Uh,
Um. Okay, we
Bucks.
can move on.
Yeah, Bucks. Bucks are. I don't know. I like the Bucks. The Bucks are one of my teams I just love to watch. I don't know. I just always feel like, not the Bucks. Maybe just Baker. Love Baker. I think the Bucks are gonna be fine. Like they're solid, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Nope, I can't hear you. What happened?
realistically,
Oh, there
oh,
we
you
go.
can't hear me. Okay. Well, we're back. It was lagging
No, we're
on
good.
my
We're back.
side,
We're back. We're
so.
back.
Yeah. So, I mean, they made the playoffs. I think they should have beat, if I'm not mistaken, they should have beat the Commanders in the playoffs. Didn't like something weird
Hmm.
happen? They like fumbled or something.
Yeah, Baker
Um,
fumbled. Yes,
yeah. So like,
who's driving
they
and
sh
fumbled. Yeah.
yeah they probably should have won that game, and it probably could have been in like I don't know if they would have beat the Lions or I don't know how it would have worked because I'm sure things would have switched, but like they're like they are a top four ish team in the NFC at least like. And they didn't really lose anybody.
Hmm.
I mean, Chris Godwin's coming back. They didn't have him for the playoffs. Like, so I mean, he's probably not going to play at the beginning of the year, but you've survived without him. You showed that. Their offensive line is fine. Pretty
Hmm.
average, I would say. The receivers are amazing. Like obviously, like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. You added Emeka Egbuka in the first round. Jalen McMillan had a pretty good year for a rookie
Hmm.
last year. So I mean, their
Cade
offense
Otton
obviously
actually,
is going to be good.
Cade Otton might be the most underrated tight end too in the league. Like he has games where he just goes off. I don't know. Cade Otton's a weird cat, but like really good.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion on Kate Otten is like I don't know. Like I agree because it's like he just go off some games, but it's just so when everyone else is hurt, and then they're like, all right, we'll throw to you. But it's
True.
like someone's got to cover him, so like obviously he's the main focus, but he's still getting the ball. So like I don't know if is he good or is they just don't use him enough because they have so many other weapons. It
Yeah.
is bizarre.
Yeah, I mean last year he had
Um,
87 targets, 600 yards, 4 touchdowns. Not bad.
yeah,
Short yard,
I'm
yeah.
sure like half of them came in like 3 games.
Yeah, all for
So
sure. Yeah, Cade Otton's the guy you pick up in fantasy when you're like, oh, what's his name's got a bad hammy today? Like, oh, Mike
yeah,
Evans, a little banged up. Okay, it's Cade Otton time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then yeah, Buck Irving was really good last year. He didn't even really start that much. He still had like 1,500 yards or something. I think he only started like 3 games. I mean, granted, it's running back, so they just kind of come in and out. But still, I think he's like one of those late guys where I say they get replaced. I don't think he's gonna get replaced. I think he's better than replacement. Kind of like when those guys come in and just do good. You're like, well, anyone could have running back and then replace him right away. I think he's better than that. I think he's a solid
Yeah.
guy. So yeah, their offense should be really good. Defense
Defense, they have
thoughts?
names again. Defense, I mean, I the defense, it's a bunch of name guys, right? Like Antoine Winfield. I like Antoine Winfield. Jamel Dean, decent. Like Levante David, still really good for how old he is. Sneaky. Anthony Walker is Anthony Walker. I mean, I'm looking at Vita Vea, what, best D tackle in the league, probably? Top three?
Yeah,
Like, so they have guys. Their defense is solid. I think their defense gets after the quarterback a lot, and their coverage is good enough where they can make. I mean, Hassan Reddick, they have. I think they added him. I don't know this year, last year. So like they have guys that. I don't. I like their defense. I think their defense is sneaky good. I don't think people talk about it, but I think they're. This Buck team is good. I think this team is a team that could. I don't want to say compete for Super Bowls because I think. Are they better than the Eagles? Are they better than the Lions? No, but like they could be. You know, they can win some games. They beat the Lions last year, so I can't even say that. Like they beat the Lions pretty bad in
100%.
week two, but
100%. I
like
think yeah, there won't be the favorites going in probably to in the playoffs, but yeah, I definitely think they're a team that could make some noise.
if you have a good Baker
Uh,
game, you're fine.
yeah, for sure. And like you
They
said, I
did
think
lose
their
their OC
defense
though.
is good. Yeah, that's true. I
Duval.
just think they have so many weapons that it doesn't really matter. Um, I guess you could say that about the Lions, which I've said that they'll take a step back, so maybe bias there, but um, yeah, no, I mean, like you said, their defense is solid. I mean, they added Hassan Reddick, Benjamin Morrison, who probably not a lot of people know, but he's supposed to be a really good corner out of Notre Dame, but he was just hurt
Mm-hmm.
all last year, so he went in the second round. Apparently, he played with his dad played with Todd Bowles or something, I think,
That's cool.
uh, something like that. Yeah, so that's cool. But yeah, no, I mean this team's I think clearly the best team in the division.
Yes.
Um, and I don't they've dealt with injuries. Like they skidded last year. They only won what 10 games.
Mm-hmm. 10 and
But they
7.
had so many
Yeah.
injuries, and they were just like were losing a bunch of games in a row with Mike Evans and
Yeah.
Godwin out and like some other guys. So like if you avoid major injuries like that again, or like not avoid it
Mm-hmm.
again, but if you avoid doing that, then like yeah, this team I could see winning like 12, 13 games. I mean I don't know their schedule, but like I think they're that good honestly.
Yes. Yeah, it's a sneaky. Like, I mean, if they do win 13, that's gonna be a favorite team. And like I said, the division, everyone's beatable. Like, again, we talked them up. But I think you could beat the Falcons. You lost to the Falcons twice last year. So like, say you split one of those, right? And then and you beat Saints twice, and you can split Panthers if you want. But like, I mean, they have a tough schedule. Not really though. They play AFC East, so like Buffalo, it's probably a loss, but you should be able to beat Miami. You should be able to beat New England. You should be able to beat, the Jets. So like those
Hmm.
three teams are beatable. You do play like San Francisco and Philadelphia, but like, who else do they play in the NFC? What's their NFC division? NFC, is it the West? Oh, wait, no, the North. Who the fuck do they play? Yeah, the West. So they play the West. Like again, the West is like we think they're gonna be okay, but like all of them are beatable. Like we talked about, it, like they're all fighting for a spot. We don't know who's gonna win that division, so that means everyone's beatable because there's no dominant team. So again,
Yeah.
I think they could win 12 games, 13.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I have a feeling that we're gonna be taking a lot of their players for this. For
Yes.
this.
Yeah, I'm not
I
gonna
was
be
like,
kind either. Fuck that.
I was like doing it in my head, and I'm like, they might have the whole team. Like,
Yeah. Besides like Bijan
like,
probably.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'll take. I will. We can start getting
Let's
into
do
it,
it.
I
Let's do it
guess.
right now. So who's our coach?
Unless
Like
you
the
unless you
top?
want to say like, wait, real quick. I guess division top to bottom. You say Bucks, then I guess same as last year probably. Falcons,
Yeah, I would say same as
Panthers,
last
and then
year. Bigger
Saints.
gap between Panthers Saints. I could see the Panthers taking on the Falcons. Honestly,
I agree, but
if I'm gonna go on a limb, I would say that. But I'm gonna say same as last year.
yeah, for sure 1 and 4 are going to be the same.
Yeah.
I'd say that unless like some big injuries happen for the Bucks, but
hmm
um,
Even
all right,
if,
yeah,
dude, like
let's get into
other
it.
than the quarterback, I can't imagine anything changes.
Yeah, all right, yeah, let's get into the team. Starting with coach. Not a great division
Hmm.
for coaches.
No, this is Todd Bowles. Who's the coach for fucking the Falcons? I don't even know the
It's
coaches for the
Raheem
Falcons.
Morris, right?
Yeah, you're
Raheem
right. It's Raheem
Morris.
Morris, Todd Bowles, Dave Canales, right? And then the Saints, I couldn't give a shit about. So, is it Todd
It's
Bowles?
what's his name? Uh, yeah, Saints Kellen
Not
Moore.
Dennis
So
Allen.
he's
Yeah. No.
yeah. So um, yeah, it has to be Todd Bowles just by he's the only one that's done anything really, which is sad.
Yeah, I like David Canales as my number two if I'm gonna be sneaky. But yeah, I'm going Todd Bowles.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't put a coach that hasn't won more than like 5 games, like like 7 games on as the top coach. You just can't do it. Um, because even like the Browns one, at least they made the playoffs, and he's been coach of the year before, So
Yeah.
not the same, not the same for this one. Um, so yeah, I guess Todd Bowles by default. Quarterback again, really default. I mean, Baker's good. He's not like he could easily be in a different division. We'd be taken out, but I'm not taking Bryce over him yet. I'm not taking
No.
Penix over him yet. Definitely not taking Shuck over him. He's probably younger than Shuck somehow. Not really, but
Not as sassy as what's his name though.
yeah, yeah. So got to go Baker for sure,
hmm
and then
Running back is Bijan.
Bajan.
Bijan, right? Bijan Mustard. Okay. And then we got receivers. So receivers is interesting. I think you mentioned it like Bucks. You could just take all the Bucks if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I would
But I don't
say
know.
Drake London would be one of the top two.
hmm
So I'd say the Twin Towers of Mike Evans and Drake London would be my top two.
You
And
mean
then,
Big Ben? That's London. Oh, sorry, it's a London joke. Then
yeah,
Mike Evans. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. No, we just did receiver. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Tight end.
Tight
Tight
end.
end's interesting. Like, do you go Kyle Pitts? I mean, you don't go. Who's
Yeah,
the Panthers guy? It's what's his name?
they don't.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
the other
mean,
guy with the.
I I like. It's like these are guys like I would like on like a team, but like they haven't done anything in real life yet. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like Jatavian Sanders, he's on the Panthers. Came out of Texas last year. He had some good games, but then he was hurt a lot for most of the
Hmm.
year. So I think he's gonna be good, but I'm not confident in saying that.
Yeah, it's like Tommy
And then
Tremble.
Tommy
Like you don't
Tremble's
know.
whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, I don't
We
think
talk
the
about
Saints
Kate
have
Otten.
anybody.
No.
Saints, Juwan Johnson and Foster Moreau. Like,
Oh,
cool, dude. Yeah.
what about Taysom Hill?
Um, that's a good point. Honestly, like, I'm not
We
gonna
put
do
Taysom
it,
Hill at
but
flex. We had to put Taysom Hill at flex, right?
I think we should. I think we should. Even though
Yeah.
he's not the best, but like,
No, I would take
he
like
can play
I'd
any
take Kamara over
position.
him. Yeah, true. Yeah, you have a backup quarterback right there. You have a backup tight end, a backup receiver, and a backup running back.
He can play
Perfect.
all line. I
So,
don't care, dude. Put him out
fuck
there.
it, dude. Put him out there. He'll figure out a way. He'll probably do somehow decent.
Oh, I
Yeah, tight end.
guarantee it.
Going Kyle Pitts after just shitting on him. You have to, right? It's either that or Kate Otten. I like Kate Otten. I said I think he's sneaky fine. I don't know.
Kyle Pitts is so bad at blocking too, though. It's like, it's like I'm taking that into consideration. Um,
Yes, Tommy Tremble's arguably better than Kyle Pitts at blocking.
all right, not arguably. I mean, for sure, Kyle Pitts is probably like one of the worst block. Dude's so bad. Like he's so bad, but he's so athletic that he just makes up for it when he has the ball. I just don't get it. Like he can't run routes. He can't block. He can catch and run. That's cool.
If he's open.
That's good. Yeah. So like, hey, whatever. Like he's a huge tight end, but you could decide. You could decide on this one.
Let me see one thing real quick. Let me see what was Kyle Pitts'. Yeah, 'cause yeah, I'm going Kate Otten. Fuck it. I'm going Kate Otten. They had the same amount of receiving yards and same amount of touchdowns.
Yeah.
Kate Otten actually had four less yards. Sorry, than four touchdowns and same amount of touchdowns. So like, and they said blocking is night and day. So I'm gonna go Kate Otten. Fuck it. I want to go, but we already have a Falcon, so I don't even feel bad. I don't care.
The rest is Bucks. Everyone
Well,
else is gonna be
flex. We
Bucks.
said flex is Taysom.
Taysom. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, the
so I'm put
Panthers gonna.
Panthers too.
Maybe secondary.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have to give him that. It's not the All Star
I
game.
think they will. I don't really think
I mean, JC Horn's dog. Yeah,
Falcons secondary is okay too.
I mean they do have
Mm.
sneaky good secondary. All right, let's start with O line.
All
Who's going O line? We need to pick an O line. Falcons.
right. I I
Fox is
think so.
good.
I think it's the Falcons
All right.
personally.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, especially if they just lost. I mean, they did lose Dahlman, which just hurts, but like he wasn't. He's not even the best lineman on the team. So
Yeah.
yeah. Now moving
Um,
over to D line.
D line. My monitor shut off, so I can't flip between back and forth. I don't know what's going on. Technical difficulties.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
D line, I would
It's not the
assume.
Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers only have really one good guy.
It's not the
Um,
Saints.
Not the
I mean, it could be the Falcons. I
Saints.
guess we talked about the Falcons having like, is it Leonard Floyd and is it like, you know, Javon Walker? No, he's the linebacker. I'm talking about. Is it like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning Bucks again just because Vita Vea is such a fucking monster. I don't know anyone else on this defensive line. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll let you pick this one. This is your
Still,
pick.
like, I know, dude.
None of them are
This is
good.
so bad.
None of them are like
No.
great. I should say. Some of them, they all have good players. Like Vita Vea is great, and like Panthers have some guys. Saints have a guy, but like, do you pick Cam Jordan and now you have an old ass defense?
No. No. I'm not picking it. No. Okay. Fuck, dude. It's like I don't want to pick the Bucks over and over again, but
You kind of have
like,
to.
the other lines just aren't good. Like you said, they have like maybe one good guy, but nothing else. At
Well, no
least
one's gonna
the
Vita.
Bucks have two guys. Who's like Reddick and Vea, yeah. So like even like you're like, oh well, the Panthers have Derek Brown who's really good, but nobody else. And like I don't really like anyone on the Saints either. Like even Cameron Jordan, I don't think he's very good anymore. Brian Brzee sucks. Young had a good year, but
Mm-hmm.
they lost their D coordinator, so Is he gonna be good?
Yeah,
I
ever
don't
since the
know. He's
Panthers
been
lost Brian
inconsistent.
Burns, I wouldn't say they're the top. But yeah, I would say it has to be the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Linebackers. Do you just is it
It's a bad defensive division, but like they all have good players. I don't know.
yeah, like if you could pick and choose like one individual people to put on teams, yeah, it'd be good, but like yeah, as units they're not very good. Um all right, linebacker, I guess you could just default to yeah, I guess you just default to the Bucks
Probably
cuz
Buccaneers.
Levante
I mean,
David, but
Levante David. I mean, I like Deion Jones. I mean, he's not good anymore, really. Like you have some Anthony. I don't know. Hassan Reddick and Anthony Walker. Like you guys take it.
who
Again,
the
not the
hell is
best,
Dennis
but
Chervokia?
no idea.
Yaya Diaby, he's solid too. So, yeah,
Okay, Buck
geez,
strategy.
it's just all Bucks, man.
DBs. We won't give it to the Bucks. We should though, man. And home field's so good. So is James. Yeah, man.
I
We just go.
think I honestly think that the Panthers is better. Like, not even joking. Like I think
Yes.
even top to top, like I think J.C. Horn is better than Antoine Winfield. Like, I know they're not the same position, but like saying the top, and then I think
Hmm.
Trevon Morrig is better than Jamel D and maybe.
Yeah.
Close enough. So yeah, I would, but even like the Falcons is fine, like good too. Like you have AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates, D. Alford.
I think we give Panthers this one
I,
just because they don't have one.
yeah, it's the only thing that they got going for them.
Yeah, like they're solid everywhere, but not great everywhere. So I don't know. When you say solid, they're okay everywhere. Like, again, I think they're a team on the rise. I think they'll be better this year, but in terms of player wise, like, yeah, they don't have any studs yet. I mean, JC Horn is. I guess that's like
Yeah,
their highlight, right? Is JC Horn. So you have to pick their guy.
yeah. Derek Brown and J.C. Horn are very good, but everyone else is just like you're just hoping on potential, basically.
Hmm. Okay, well, that's our team. We got Todd Bowles, Baker, Bijan, Drake London, Mike Evans, Kate Otten, Taysom Hill, Falcons O line, Buccaneers D line, linebacking core Buccaneers, and then Panthers defensive backs. Stinky team, pretty much.
Yeah,
Like
not
good
not
skill players.
not.
That's about
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, like the team it feels like it could. It's like it feels like it should be better. Like with like when you're like looking at the rosters, and then you get to this point, you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
like not very good,
Again, you
especially
pick each
compared to some of
player
the
is
other
like
teams.
better. Like, oh, this guy at left tackle or this guy, nose guard. It'd be all better. But yeah, everything else is like
Yeah,
not great.
yeah. I don't know if they'd have a single unit that's like the best in the league. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
compared to other divisions, like receiver maybe, um, but I still don't even think so.
No, no, definitely not. All right. Well, that's all I got. Do you got anything else?
No, that is it for me. I hope you all enjoy your 4th of July. We will see you next week. And
The
Jimmy,
fuck,
I'm
dude? You
stealing
just
the
stole my whole.
outro from
Yeah, you stole
you.
my whole line. No,
Fuck
I'm taking this back.
you.
I'm taking this back, dude. Yeah, have a happy and safe 4th of July. Don't JPP your hands. Is what I wanted to say. Um, yeah, we'll see
Or
you
do
guys in the
if you
next.
want to.
Oh yeah, it's a free country, brother.
That's
Do what you
true.
want. You have free
Hopefully you have
will.
health insurance.
If not, then the big beautiful bill didn't pass. So you're good. I don't know. We go political at the end here. I have no idea. I don't follow it. I just know people complain. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye bye.